Hey guys, Blue One here with yet another bucket plugin tutorial. Today we're doing something absolutely amazing. I figured today is the 13th bucket spigot plugin tutorial, so I thought if it's the 13th we're going to have to make it really hard on them. This is going to have to be an unlucky tutorial for everybody. But really this isn't an especially hard thing, it's just something that's never covered. Like nobody ever talks about this, nobody ever makes a plugin tutorial about this. There is a library called Fanciful. I believe it's just called Fanciful Library, something of that nature, and it allows you to use Json formatting and such in the text that you will be sending to players, and that is used for things usually seen in Telraw, where hold on now, there we go, sorry about that. Anyway, in Telraw commands you can send a player a message such that when they hover over it, it'll show a tooltip like normally would be shown when you hover over an item, or if you hover over or click on rather something, it can run a command or send them a link type thing. Got some lag there if you didn't hear me. Basically it'll open up like a URL or a link or something of that nature. So that's basically what we're going to be covering today, but in plugins, and it's all pure Spigot, so you don't have to worry about having to use other libraries or anything like most people would prefer to suggest. So let's get right into the code here, and we're going to, of course, I'm starting from scratch, so we're just going to make it extends Java plugin, which means I'm going to have to even configure my build path, which usually I don't do in front of you guys because you already know how to do this anyway if you've watched my first tutorial, but whatever, you'll get to see me do it again. So we'll go into our tools, and we're going to actually use 1.9.2 because that's what this particular server I'm in is using. Oh, not craft bucket. Oops. I use spigot. There you are. I am, for the most part, now making my tutorials in 1.10, and I can assure you that this works in 1.10 just as well as it does in 1.9.2. So we add that, and then we're going to do just a public void on enable, and we're going to make sure that we know it's been enabled properly. So bucket.get console sender. There we go. It's being a little slow. Send a message. Chat color.green. And fancy text has been successfully enabled. Wow. Yeah, don't mind me, I can't spell at all, anytime. I actually can spell, I'm really good at spelling, I just can't type, that's the difference. So let's create a brand new class now. We're going to call this one CMDs, because it's going to hold commands. The reason we need commands is not for sending the special messages to people. It's actually so that we can demonstrate better. There we go. So we can better demonstrate the qualities and purpose of this tutorial. So I'll just show you later. I can't really talk and type at the same time anyway, as you can see. So command executor. What did I spell that wrong? Extends, implements, command executor. It is implements. There you go. It's just being really, really slow. Okay, we'll add unimplemented methods here. Going to get rid of you, just return true on you, and sender, cmd, args, don't bother with that. If cmd.getName.equals ignore case, hello, or hello, either way, then sender.send message, hello, pack. Alright, very simple. Let's save this, open up our plugin.yml, and we're going to add main, name, version, um, author, and commands. That's all. Me.blue1. What is it? Fancy text. Fancy text. Dot main. And that's our main class. Name fancy text. Version 1.0. Sorry if my voice is a little bit odd. It's 3:57 in the morning. Author blue1. Commands. What was it? Heller. Okay, usage is just command. And we won't put a description in because I don't care that much. Alright, so we're done with that. Now we're going to do the actually fun part. Let's see. Let's add a little thing here. If args.length equals 0, then it'll say heller back. Because I don't feel like making another another whole command just because. Else if args.length equals 1. And I know I'm missing like a lot of checks, like for instance if the sender is a player, and I'm not going to be messing around with the commands a whole lot because that's not the point of this video. You can do that because you already know how. If you've watched my 2nd and 3rd and 12th tutorials, you know everything you ever need to know about commands. So you can do that on your own, but for now I'm only going to be showing you how to make fancy text. So also if args.length is 1, then if args 9 through 0 args equals ignore case heller test. Then here's where it gets fun, and I mean really fun. Alright, so we're going to create something called a text component. Text component message equals a new text component. Now, a text component on its own does not really do a whole lot. You will want to import the MD5 Bungee API.chat. The text component itself, I don't remember where I just left off, but it's something that contains a string, and it's basically like a piece of a message that you'll be sending, or a piece of text, like this right here. Inside these, this is a string of text. This little bit here is a component of that text. So this is text component. What are we gonna have it be? Chat color dot green. And notice I did import the Bungee API chat color there because if you're going to use message.color or set color, yeah, set color and set bold, then you will need the Bungee API stuff. You can't use bucket chat color for this. You can, like right in here in the text itself, but you can't if you're setting the color. So chat color green, click, and we'll put a space. And that right now is just going to show us a green message that says click. Well, almost. Sender dot send message. No. That's how you normally do it. You're going to do sender dot spigot. Hold on. Player. We need it to be a player. This obviously will not work through the console because I'm just throwing it into the player format directly. But you can ignore that. Player B equals sender, cast to player. Now, p.spigot, there we go, dot send message. You can't just do normal send message because spigot.sendMessage sends a text component, not a string. So you can't just put some words in here. Right here you have to put in whatever text component you previously created. Now what we're going to do to this text component is we're going to create another one, and we're going to call it cmd equals, oh, we already have cmd up here, don't we? Well, let's just call it c then. Equals a new text component and it will be chat color dot blue, and you can use like chat color dot bold as well. So we'll do that just so you can see that. And this will say me, so it'll say click me. Okay, now here's where it gets especially fun. This is where you start making it have hoverable events and click events and all that beautiful stuff that Spigot did. You do C dot add extra adds new text onto the end of it. So you're going to do set hover event. This formatting here is rather important. You should do it pretty much exactly like this. You're going to create a new hover event. In your parentheses, you're going to do hover event dot action dot show text. You can do show item, show entity, show achievement, all that stuff. Look into the I'm not going to cover all of these today because I've already got 11 minutes on here, so I'm just going to go through show text, the most important one. And inside that, you're going to put a comma, and then you'll do a new, oh, what's it called? Okay, yeah, I remember. A new, oh, what? Hold on. This is pathetic. Component builder, is it a component builder? Dot create. Hold on, you gotta put text in it. Okay. I just didn't, yeah, I didn't import it. Okay, now I feel a little bit dumb. And then you'll put dot create afterwards. So it's just new component builder, some text, dot create. Now the text here is what's going to show up when you hover it. So when you hover over me, the little toolbar thing is going to pop up like, well, I don't know. I guess I already have my achievements here, don't I? Statistics, achievements. Okay, see how you hover over here and this little box pops up and it says taking inventory. Press E to open your inventory. Okay, that stuff is the tooltip. Okay, and that's what's going to be showing up. And when you actually, okay, there's getting wood. So let's get some wood then, so that you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. We'll pick it up. Or lag, either way. There you go. Now see, there we go. That's what it is. That is a tooltip. You hover over it, it says getting wood, achievement, attack a tree until a block of wood pops out. So when you hover over that like that, you'll be able to make this happen. And clicking on it doesn't do anything with that, but that's just a hover event. So let's get back into this. We're going to have it say, when it pops up like this where it says getting wood, we're going to have it say something else. We'll have it say, glad you could find the time to hover over me. Now, because that's pretty long, I'm going to show you something else you can do with it. Just split it up into two pieces, just like that. So now we've got two strings of text attached by this plus sign here. And right at the end of this one, we're going to put \n. That creates a new line. Unfortunately, it gets rid of any chat color that you might have had. So if you had this part aqua, this part's going to be white, so you've got to put it right here as well. But now that should work quite nicely. So now it'll say, glad you could find the, and the next line will say, time to hover over me. And that's all we need to do for that, but let's shorten it just a little bit, just kind of, there we go, get it on one screen. Now we're going to do c.set click event, and that will be new click event. Notice that the other one was new hover event. This one is new click event, and you put in your parentheses click event, just like you did before with hover event.action. Here you do click event.action. Here's change page. That's for if you're clicking in a book, so you can actually have the JSON text in a book, switch pages, and run commands and all that stuff. Open file will open a file on their computer, which is really interesting. Open URL obviously opens a web page. Run command and suggest command. Suggest command just types the command out into their chat box so that they can just press enter and use the command. But we're going to use run command instead, just because we want to force it on them. And then right after run command, we're going to put a comma, and then we're going to type the command we want to run, which in this case is /heller, because that's the one that we made. So /heller will be run when you click on where it says me. Alright, pretty simple. That one's a lot easier actually than the other one, because you don't have to create like a new component builder and all that stuff. But now what we're going to do is we're going to add me onto click, and you do that by doing message.addExtra me. Actually, it's C is the name of it, and that adds me, but it's called C. So we're adding C to the end of MSG, and we're going to also do then message.addExtra, just so you can see that you can add text as well. There we go. So to say click me right now, and chat color.green, just to be consistent. And this should work quite nicely now. It'll send us the message, and let's see how this goes. We are going to have to get the command heller dot set executor new cmds. There we go. Now let's export this whole thing, Java jar file, and we're going to do it into my ASG, which is where I'm at right now. We'll call it fancy. Wait for it. There we go. Finish. Oh, I forgot. Well, that sucks. Okay, yeah, don't forget to refresh before you do this. Okay, and it was, yeah, you type /heller space test, and it's supposed to do that. So now we'll export again. Luckily I copied this, so we can just paste it. Finish, yes. Now let's reload. And we'll see how this goes. Heller. What was that supposed to do again? Oh yeah, I sent you that message. Okay, so now let's just type heller test. Okay, see where it says click me right now? You hover over me and it says glad you could find the time to hover over me in 2 lines just like we wanted. Click on it and it says heller back, and you can just like literally spam that. Anyway, so I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I hope this was complex enough for some of you who are asking for more complicated tutorials. I know a lot of pretty good developers actually watch my tutorials in hopes that I'll make something that they don't know how to do yet. And I do tend to explain things well, or so I'm told. So I hope this will satisfy some of that craving for you guys. And if you have a suggestion, something you'd like to learn, just ask me about it and I'll see if I can make a tutorial as soon as possible. And I totally forgot that I had this on my back. This is so cool. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Tell your friends about me. You request something now and then, and I'll see if I can make a tutorial on it as soon as possible. I'll get back to you guys soon. You guys have a great day.